All right, we are back. Another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, January 15th. Let's jump right into it. We got a lot of good things going on in this show. A lot of important topics that I want to make sure that we cover because we have a community in need, we have a nation in need, and we want to try to answer that call. So without further ado, my friend, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
Well, I'm Ron Chavez. I'm with South Texas Blood and Tissue. And we are a subsidiary of BioBridge Global out of the San Antonio office, but we do have a center here in Victoria, and we support Victoria and the surrounding counties.
Yes, sir. Well, first off, we appreciate you guys. I've been donating blood with you guys and your staff for a long time, and I don't like needles at all. Like, not even a little bit. You know, it's not so much the pain thing, because I don't really even notice, but it's like this deep-rooted phobia I have. And when I first went in there to go donate, instead of laughing at me, they really helped me. They packed me in. I mean, they literally packed me in ice. Christina packed me in, and she got me because I was really nervous about doing it, and I didn't want to do it, to be honest with you. But your staff was so professional. They were so calm. They took me in. They didn't laugh. They poked fun at me, but in a fun way that relaxed me, you know. But they took my blood so well that I came back, and I did it again and again and again. And then I got to talking to you and found out that we have a huge need right now going on, and not just Victoria, not just Texas, but in the nation. And so if you would a little bit, let's zoom back out, and what is the mission of the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, and what are you guys' needs right now?
Well, our mission is to provide blood and blood products for the community and to make sure that it's readily available for in a time of need. That's first and foremost. You know, there's a lot of obstacles that lie with individuals finding either time or physicality to be able to donate and stuff. And we're just there to be able to answer the questions and to educate when the time is needed for them to make that decision.
And right now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we are severely under where we need to be as far as blood bank and reserves and what you guys have, because I'm guessing with COVID and just life and everything that has happened, our reserves have kind of been exhausted here, and you guys are in a pretty desperate situation from what I understand about needing to refill the blood bank and do that. Am I correct on that?
You are correct. We've actually, over the holiday, and especially over the winter holiday, we've actually put out 2 notifications on blood shortages and that, most recently last week. We are trying to combat flu, cold season, but not only that, just everyday life. You know, the holidays are a time for family. We get that and stuff. But at the same time, it does draw donors away from the donor center or away from our mobile drives and giving that gift of life. You know, we talk all the time, I think you and I did, is that one gift that they do can save up to 3 lives with either being through red cells, platelets, or plasma. And so it's very critical for us to have that right now. Last year in the South Texas area, the region in that, we used over 300,000 units in South Texas alone in that. So when you look at the fact that we're 30% behind on our draw needs and that, it's definitely alarming to say the least. So we're encouraging everyone to really exhaust every effort and make us a part of your daily routine, routines that you're pledging for the new year in that. We're asking you to make us a part of that.
Well, and this was one of these things that I didn't even think about until I got a little bit older, you know, and then I get in there and I noticed that a lot of the people in there donating with me were also older. Do you see a gap, you know, do our youth really need to jump in and get engaged on this? You know, at what age can you start donating blood, and should you when you're able to, or should you wait till you're older and a little wiser?
Well, I'll tell you what, that is a great question. And what I'm going to tell you this is that at 16 years of age with parental consent, we can have these young adults start to donate and start to do their civil and civic responsibility that each and every one of us have. That is something that is always challenging. That's the reason why we're educating them and going into schools and doing school blood drives and things like that. At one point in time, you know, each and every one of us have probably had a school blood drive, right? Mm-hmm. But now we're actually, you know, trying to educate them on what it's going to look like for the rest of their lives on being donors and that. It's critical that they learn now at that young age. So at 16 years of age with parental consent, weighing at least 120 pounds and of good physical health in that, they can start donating. And this is going to be something that they start to entrench themselves in, and hopefully for the rest of their lives, whether it be, you know, going off to college and continue to donate, whether going in the workforce or the military or whatever it be. this is something that they're going to know is their civic and civil responsibility to not only themselves, because they get a benefit from it. There's a health benefit for donating. We could talk about that in a minute, but really to their community, really just being a community involved individual. And this is one way that they can do that.
Gotcha. How often can somebody, just your average healthy adult, let's say, young, whatever age, what's how many times can you donate? You don't want to overdo it, you don't want to underdo it, but you want to hit that perfect number. What's roughly what does that look like?
Well, you could safely donate 6 times a year for whole blood donations. You can also donate up to 24 times for platelet donations. So if you were to break that down, you might as well look at every 8 weeks you can donate blood is usually safe or is safe to donate. Platelets are going to be every 7 days. So every week you can donate basically. These are just some numbers to throw out there, but the other thing too is that blood is perishable. It doesn't last forever and ever and ever. So red cells will last for about 42 days, and that platelets for about 5 days. So they have exhausted end dates in that. So it's a constant need, 365 days a year, every day. So our center runs 7 days a week in that, and so that's so that we can meet the need and be able to help the communities that are providing this. We have great hospitals and great clinics and stuff around South Texas and that. Our blood center, South Texas Blood and Tissue, we serve over 100 hospitals and clinics. So all these are being provided for the need of their communities.
So if hypothetically, say I was a senior in high school and I wanted to do a senior project or small business owner or something like that, and could I call you guys up and say, hey, for my senior project or for my company this month, I want to host a blood drive and I want to do something to give back. Is that an option where we can call you guys up and work something out to try to do something to join forces and see what we can accomplish?
Oh, by all means. We encourage everyone to go to our websites and at southtexasblood.org. We include everyone to go out there. There's learning materials. There's everything to set up a blood drive, everything you would need. You could give us a call. We could talk to you over the phone and go over what are the parameters for doing it and that. The main thing is to have that champion, right? Who is going to be that champion? Who's going to be that person that's going to help educate others on why they should be donating and really pushing the cause in that. Once we find that champion, everything else can kind of fall in line. The logistics part, all that stuff like that, technicality stuff, we can put all that together and stuff. But really the hard part is finding the true champion that has the true understanding in the meeting and that, and having them promote. But yes, by all means, we're 100% behind that each and every day. We're trying to establish new accounts, new businesses to go to, of course, introducing new donors to the idea of donating blood and supporting their community in that. This year marks our 50th anniversary for South Texas Blood and Tissue, 50 years. And it's remarkable in that. And over the years, things have changed, and automation and things that has taken place to be able to collect this life-saving product in that is something that's remarkable in that. So our campaign this year is going to be Commit for Compassion. We're going to ask businesses to donate at least 4 times a year. We're going to also ask individuals to donate 4 times a year that are eligible in that. Remember, they can safely do it 6 times a year. So we do understand that they may not be able to do it all 6 times, but we're encouraging them to make this a challenge. Just like everyone goes into their New Year's resolution and that, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to work out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and stuff.
Make it a goal.
We're making it a goal.
Yes,
and
sir.
We're asking every individual that is healthy and eligible to do that for us.
Yes, sir. And I could just keep talking, and we're going to keep talking in the future because this is information that I want to get out. But for right now, as we wrap this up, we just saw this, they just watched this. What is the best way for them to say, hey, they got me. I want to be a part of this. I want to help. What is the best way for them to reach out and get that ball rolling, whether it be just by donating or being a business or a senior with a project or whatever the case may be? What's the best way to get the ball rolling?
Well, we're located at 6106 North Navarro. They're at HEB Plus. So we're encouraging everyone to, number one, go to our donor services, talk to our technicians, meet our technicians and stuff. They are geared to make you feel like $1 million when you walk in the door and $5 million when you leave. They're the most technically sound individuals that be able to answer your questions for you. The other thing too is for you to not self-defer. That's the easiest part of it. To say, well, I take this medication or I had this happen or what and stuff. We're asking you, come in, ask the experts or that, or give us a phone call. Let us be the ones that help you to make that decision that you're contemplating in that. These are the easiest ways to go about it and stuff. Our website, like I said, southtexasblood.org is a great site. Go to it, learn call us. Whatever we can do, we don't mind coming and doing presentations if we need to. Whatever we need to do to message out is effectively is what we want to do.
Well, we'll see if down the road if we can't set up maybe a Meet Victoria blood drive and do an episode and the public can see how I get all scared of needles and all that. But in the same breath, how well they take care of me and how it's really not that bad, even though I'm just a big old weenie on it. So anything before I let you go, my friend, that I'm forgetting to tell the people?
No, I mean, we do have a program. It's called Heroes in Arms. I just want to mention it because, you know, it goes back to our brethren in the DOD and the military and that. It started there and stuff, and they did some research. And basically what we do is we have the ability now to screen O positive low antibody individuals for the special antibodies and that allow us to mimic O negative blood, which is universal in that. So this has helped us dramatically increase deaths and traumas in that, because we now have another source that we don't have to rely just dependently on O negative blood in that. And so this is a great opportunity for people to come in, especially O donors. Come in, we screen you for it. If you get selected, you're tagged a special kind of person. Everyone's special regardless. And this really goes to helping trauma victims in those situations and that. So, that's something I like to share because, like I said, our brothers and that, both in the military and then, of course, as us as civil and civic responsibility to one another, it's something everyone needs to know.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate what you're doing. We look forward to having you back on, and we'll talk about doing something in the community to have one of these drives. Guys, go check them out. They're right there in the HEB Plus parking lot. They're good people. They took care of me. Like I said, they pat me nice. They made me feel all calm, even though I was acting like a big old weenie in there. They're good at what they do, and they need your help. So let's take a quick break for our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back. These next ladies here, they need no introduction, but we're going to let them do it anyway. I'm big fans of theirs, so without further ado, young ladies, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you're here with.
My name is Rhonda Reeder, and I am the Director of Physician and Clinical Outreach with DeTar Healthcare.
Yes, ma'am, young lady.
I am Jolene Balboa. I'm the Director of Cardiovascular Services at DeTar Healthcare.
Well, I'm going to start like I always do and tell you both thank you. I am newly a patient of you all, so if that's the right word, and I was just blown away by the care that I received. Nobody wants to go and do heart stuff, but I found out how important it is, and
Definitely.
You guys were rock stars through that whole process, and I'm sure down the road we'll get to this where we talk about it on camera and all that, but just thank you to you guys, to DeTar, to Dr. Sadhu, the staff, everybody that helped me out over there. You guys were top notch, and I'm grateful for it, and I appreciate you for it. And so, on that note, I'll shut up now and stop making it about me, but you guys, on that heart note, that is something that you guys really want to focus on and take care of and really try to zero in on here in the community. And so I know you guys have an upcoming event that's going to lead to that. So if you wouldn't mind, let's talk about that. Importantly, why should I care about my heart? I'm not me, because I have heart issues, but let's say I'm still 20. Why should I even worry about this stuff right now?
Well, the CDC estimates that one person every 36 seconds dies of cardiovascular disease. So it's very important. Everybody, whether you're young or older, needs to be worried about their heart. And there's things that we can do to change in our lifestyle that can prevent further damage to your heart, but also stop some of that disease factor going on. So it's very important that everybody knows and protects their heart, because that's the biggest thing in their body that controls everything else. So it's the pump. It's the one that gets that blood going to everywhere, to the brain, to the rest of your body. So it controls everything. So it's very important that we keep that healthy. And there's things that we can always do, just changing a little bit of our lifestyle to improve that.
And realizing that you don't need to just think about it when you're older.
Right.
Start like retirement. Start investing in your heart
Right,
early
right.
in life, so you don't have to deal with
Definitely,
those issues when you get
definitely.
older. And you guys, as you normally are, trying to get out ahead of that curve and doing a great deal here. Bunco for a Cause. Talk to me about it. What is Bunco for a Cause?
So over the years, we've done Go Red for Women. This year, we decided to change it up and do a little bunco playing, as we found that a lot of people love to roll some dice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Bunco is a highly competitive thing here in Victoria. I've understood.
Exactly. So the event is Don't Gamble with Your Heart. It's going to be at the Club Western on January the 25th. The doors are going to open at 5 p.m. Your ticket is $40. It's going to include your food, which we are going to have grazing tables. Have you seen that? That's the new thing.
I like grazing. I'm good at that. Yes, ma'am.
So grazing tables and a couple of glasses of wine, and everybody will be ready to start rolling dice at 6 o'clock. We are going to play for 2 hours, as I've heard that is the max that you should be playing.
Otherwise, it gets too serious if people start talking, start fighting each other.
So that is the goal, to play for 2 hours. All of the money that we are raising is for the American Heart Association, which leads up to our big Crossroads Heart Walk that will be held February the 3rd at Riverside Park. So DeTar as a team, we've done events all through the year to raise money for the American Heart Association. This is just one event we have done. We did the painting, wall hangers. The nursing staff did a really great job and put that event on. We'll have Cupcake Wars. You're more than welcome to come
Yes.
participate in
Well,
that
you
event.
you know the way right to my heart. I feel like you just know how to get me.
And the gumbo cook-off.
Oh, we have a gumbo cook-off next Friday. Anyone can come in. Our CEO, Bernard, happens to be from Louisiana, and our chef, Jeremy, happens to be from Louisiana. So the war is on to see who can make the best gumbo.
Well, that sounds like something we all win if we get to be judges
Exactly.
there. Yes, ma'am. Well, I appreciate that you guys do this because a lot of times until these things drop into your lap or they become personal to you, you don't really think about these things.
No.
I'm guilty of that. It smacked me right. I've had you guys on the show for years, and you're some of my favorite people. And I didn't really think much about the heart stuff until it smacked me right in the face. And then now I'm like, why didn't I start on this way sooner? And why wasn't I more supportive of this? Because now I realize the fear that I had going into this, it terrified me. It absolutely terrified me, because if I break my arm, I can see that. I can wrap something on and I can it's different.
Right.
I can do nothing for this myself. Well, there's steps, but as a whole, I'm pretty much helpless. And I realized how helpless I was and how in need that I was.
Right.
And frankly, I wished I would have started taking care of my heart a lot sooner than I did. And I think things like this are spectacular because one, you're raising awareness, but also you're giving back. And that's just huge. And I know Victoria's coming up on 200 years. But I hear they're not the only one with one of these really old birthdays here.
Exactly.
DeTar has been here for 100 years, coming up on the
Yes.
100-year celebration. That not many people make a century in business here and stay in a community that long. And so that really speaks to the foundation and the roots of DeTar. But what I like about you guys is you're not settling there. You're constantly evolving, getting better, with the Cancer Center, all these different things. And your spread and your reach to the community is just getting deeper and deeper. But it all ties back to supporting things like this, and for you all's mission to grow, you need us to support and be there. And so I wanted to ask specifically for this Bunco for a Cause, what do you guys, I want to know how to get tickets. I'm going to ask you that, but do you guys need anything like, silent auction items? Is there anything that right now from the community, other than buying a ticket, which they're going to do and be there, is there other needs that we can be to help support that we can chip in on this and help you guys with?
Well, we are needing some silent auction items. So if anybody wants to donate purses, dinners, gift cards, we'll take it because all the proceeds go back to American Heart. So it's all beneficial for us.
Outstanding. And I've done some of y'all's drawings before, and there's usually some really cool silent auction items on there. And also, people should throw in, we bought one of those little ride-along cars for my son one time. Somebody put it on there. It was better than what you could get it at Walmart, and we were in, And so those donation items are really great. And so I would encourage you, if you have silent auction items, donate them. Get them out there. Help them contribute to this. Bunco for a Cause. It's Thursday, January 25th. $40. I almost spent $40 at Taco Bell. You know, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, you know.
It's not good for your heart.
Yeah, I'm working on that. But you know, that $40 is not bad for everything that's in there. That's a good price. Is there anything that I'm forgetting to tell people? I want to make sure I get it all in with you guys. You're some of my favorite people. Did we hit it all actually this time? Did we get it?
I think we did. If you have silent auction items that you'd like to donate, please give me a call. My cell phone number is 361-827-6023. I'll be more than glad to come and pick them up. If you're interested in tickets, you're not sure how to get a ticket, please call me. I'll instruct you how to do that as well. We will have some tickets at the door to sell, but we're trying to get them sold prior to the event.
Good deal. And again, ladies, thank you. Don't mess around with the heart stuff, guys. These things, you know, heart, health, all of these things. A lot of us are so guilty, myself included, of waiting until we're older, like I said, till it knocks us on our knees, and then we're playing catch up. I'd much rather be out ahead of this. If I could turn back time, I would have started a long time ago looking into things to add longevity and health to my life. And I would have started getting involved in these things a lot sooner. And so, again, thank you to everybody over there. Thank you to DeTar, Bunco for a cause. Don't miss out on this. Thursday, January 25th. And then that will lead into the Crossroads Heart Walk, February 3rd at 8 a.m. at Riverside Park. Those are always a lot of fun to get out there. You're walking with people, you're talking, you feel the excitement, you feel the shared mission of wanting to improve health and wellness in our community. And so, ladies, anything I'm forgetting?
No, sir.
Just come join us.
We will be there. Thank you again for all that you do. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, thank you to the community. We are at over 10,000 followers now. We're really excited for that. We've got new sponsorships coming up, new big things. So if you wanted to be on board, now is your time. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to everybody else. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.